All right, Maddie, we're going to try this. This is a little experiment here. All right, the Pythagorean theorem for a right triangle. Remember, in a right triangle, your legs make the 90, your hypotenuse is opposite of the 90. Hypotenuse is always the longest, okay? So it's a leg, and a hypotenuse. Sometimes this is called A, this is called B, that's called C. And the A and the B are interchangeable, so you can put them either place. So your Pythagorean theorem is leg squared plus leg squared equals hypotenuse squared, or A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Okay, so we're going to look at a couple problems on this worksheet here so you can have that handy and follow along. So in number 2, here's our triangle we had. First thing you need to know is figure out where your variable is. It's right there, and it's opposite the 90, so that makes it be the hypotenuse. So when you set up your Pythagorean theorem, it's leg squared plus leg squared equals hypotenuse squared. So these two sides that make the 90 are always your leg squared. So whatever you have on these two sides always goes on this side of this equation. I wrote 8 squared plus 4 squared, but you could have 4 squared plus 8 squared over here. It won't matter. Whatever's opposite the 90 always has to go over here by itself. So then we plug them in, we do the math, we get 80, and it's equal to x squared. So now we square root, and we get 8.9, okay? Now I made a note on there that if we put a square root, we're supposed to do a plus or a minus most of the time, okay? But we can't have a negative side of a triangle, so you don't have the negative. Then one thing to check is, go put this back up on your triangle and remember that your hypotenuse has to be the longest side, and it is. Okay, 8.9 is the biggest side there. Okay. Now let's look at number 4 because the x is in a different spot. It's over here on a leg. So again, I just kind of labeled them leg, leg. Those are the two that make the 90, leg, leg, hypotenuse. You could do A, B, and C if you wanted to. And I plug into leg squared plus leg squared equals hypotenuse squared. So my two legs are 10 and x, so I plug those in. And again, you could have x and 10, x squared plus 10 squared equals 26 squared. We do the math. I get 576, and now I'm ready to do the square root, and I get an answer of 24. I go put that back over here to make sure it makes sense. And what do I mean? Well, this 26 is the hypotenuse. It has to be the biggest of the three, and it is. It's still the biggest, 26. All right. Now I'll give you a hint on number 6, the challenge one. Your leg, one leg is 3 rad 2, another leg is a rad 2, and you have to find the hypotenuse. So whenever you plug into your Pythagorean theorem, this is what it looks like. Now you're going to have to remember how to square roots. Remember, when you square root, the bottom falls out. That'll be the hint I give you. Okay, we're going to try this, and I'm going to get back with you on Google Hangouts.